What's up, guys? You're watching Boy TV, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to Wildflower by Skylark. This was suggested by a patron, so you know how to check it out. I don't think I'm familiar with Skylark. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
She's faced the hardest times you could imagine, and many times her eyes fought back the tears. And when her youthful world was about to fall in, each time her slender shoulders bore the weight of all her fears, and a sorrow no one hears still rings in midnight silence in her ears. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, for she's a child. Let the rain fall down. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. And if by chance I should hold her, let me hold her for a time. But if allowed just one possession, I would pick her from the garden to be mine. Be careful how you touch her, for she'll awaken, and sleep's the only freedom that she knows. And when you walk into her eyes, you won't believe the way she's always paying for a debt she never owes, and a silent wind still blows that only she can hear, and so she goes. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, for she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, for she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. She's
masterpiece by Skylark. You cannot start a song off better than that. They jumped right in with some soulful guitar playing. That intro just really set the tone for the song. I really love the feeling of the bass line on this song. I think there was a harp being played in there. It was just being picked at so beautifully, and the violins just inundated this song with like emotion. They would just intensify so much. It created a lot of great moments in this song. And the lead singer on this one did not disappoint with the vocals. He really has an amazing voice and he was hitting all kind of notes. Just really top-notch stuff. I love the way this song was composed. Every element was fantastic. I also enjoy the background harmonies and just the ad-libs they were doing. Like I said earlier, this is a masterpiece. Now let's check out the lyrics on this song. He said, she's faced the hardest times you could imagine, and many times her eyes fall back to tears. And when her youthful world was about to fall in, each time her slender shoulders bore the weight of all her fears, and a sorrow no one hears still rings in the midnight silence in her ears. Wow, really deep stuff right here. He's talking about a young woman that has lived a very tough life, or went through some very tough things. He's talking about her having to fight back tears and having to carry the emotional weight of all the things that she was going through or experiencing. And it seems like she also had to deal with this stuff alone. She had no one around to support her or, to help her. She kind of had to suffer in silence, and she still feels the echoes of it today. He said still rings in midnight silence in her ears. So more specifically, when she's laying down at night, right before bed, when you're just filtering through your thoughts, that's when those things like resurface. The chorus goes, let her cry for she's a lady, let her dream for she's a child, let the rain fall down upon her, she's a free and gentle flower growing wild. So he's basically saying like it's okay for her to cry and feel these emotions. He also wants her to be able to dream. Obviously this is like a young person. I don't know if they're actually a child or he's just being like metaphorical, but the tough life she's lived hasn't afforded her the luxury of dreaming, thinking about her future, thinking about the things she wants to accomplish. She's had to focus on the here and the now and how she's going to survive in her current state. Then he said let the rain fall down upon her, she's a free and gentle flower. So he's basically saying that she needs to be nourished because she's growing still. He's also speaking to her delicate nature as a person. Maybe she's like more gentle and soft spoken, or he could just be talking about her as a woman in general, but these are some great metaphors here. Next verse he says, and if by chance I should hold her, let me hold her for a time, let me hold her for a time, but if allowed just one possession, I would pick her from the garden, I would pick her from the garden to be mine, to be mine. So basically he's saying he doesn't know if he'll get the opportunity to pursue her, but if he does, he's gonna pursue her full force. He wants to make her his, he wants to be the one that takes care of her and be the one to like remove her from that situation. He said if I only get one possession, I want to pick her from that garden because she's just growing wild on her own, but I feel like I could help, take care of her better. Next verse he says, be careful how you touch her, for she'll awaken, and sleep's the only freedom that she knows, and when you walk into her eyes, you won't believe the way she's always paying for a debt she never owes, and a silent wind still blows that only she can hear, and so she goes. So once again, more amazing metaphors. He's kind of speaking about the state that she's in right now. I think he's saying she's like easy to startle, so you have to like, be wary about how you approach her because she's been through a lot of tough stuff. So she's always on like defense mode. And these are just the characteristics of a person who's been like traumatized or, abused in some form or fashion. You're most vulnerable when you're sleeping, so that's when you have to be the most ready to act. And then he says she's always paying for a debt that she never owes. So she holds the mental anguish of something somebody else did to her or a situation that somebody else put her in. It weighs heavy on her mind and she's constantly thinking about it. And you can see it in her eyes, you can see it in her face. Man, the way he's describing this stuff is just so amazing. It's really deep stuff. And that last part he says, a silent wind still blows that only she can hear. And I think that just represents her thoughts constantly going about these things that happen. So it just has a constant presence. When other people can, laugh and joke and, be relaxed, this stuff is going on in her mind still. Her innocence has been taken from her. The rest of the song just repeats the chorus, so I won't go over it. But man, what a deep and emotional song this was. Also a fantastic sounding song. This was some great stuff. Great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.